Introduce yourself to Carol, Alex, and Al.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Esther. I just joined Mina here to focus on grant operations. I'll be assisting Yasin across all grants, ZKI3 navigators, and just helping to provide support for you all. So I think we'll be starting from Sliced Club today. Carol. Yeah.
Are you ready, Carol? That's a double thumbs up. Okay.
Let's do it.
Hello. Gather round as I share an exciting idea that could change the way we think about saving money and supporting each other. Imagine a way to combine the age-old tradition of community savings with the power of modern technology. It's a simple yet revolutionary concept that could open doors for everyone, no matter where they live or what their background is. Think of it like a digital version of those trusted savings circles that help families and friends for generations. But instead of relying on just trust, we're adding a layer of security and transparency using blockchain. It's like a digital ledger that keeps track of everything so everyone knows where their money is going and when it's their turn to benefit. This isn't about making traditional savings circles better, it's about opening them up to the world. Imagine someone in a remote village being able to join a sliced club with relatives living across the globe or with people much closer to home, all with trusted transaction. Or someone who doesn't have a bank account being able to achieve their purchases safely. With the help of smart technology, we can automate the process, increasing the amount of fairness for all involved as we explore a new frontier. There might even be opportunities to grow our savings in ways we haven't yet imagined. This is just the beginning of a journey to create a more inclusive and accessible way to save and achieve our financial dreams. Join us as we explore this exciting path together. So understanding the core concepts of Sliced. The cooperative savings model that we're using has a long history. South America, Africa, and Asia, with some very early examples existing in China around the year 200 BCE. The more modern interpretation is something called a ROSCA, a rotating savings and credit association. These are still traditional community-based savings and lending models, where a group of individuals pool a fixed amount of money on a regular basis, and each member takes turns in receiving the lump sum collected, providing an alternative to credit and encouraging savings. Enhanced trust and transparency, the power of blockchain. Blockchain technology lies at the heart of Web3, providing an immutable, transparent ledger, where every transaction with a ROSCA would be recorded and verifiable. This eliminates the risks associated with traditional ROSCAs, where trust can be an issue and misappropriation of funds has been a concern. Immutable record. Each contribution, disbursement, and rotation of funds is permanently recorded on the blockchain, ensuring transparency and accountability for all members. Real-time tracking. Participants can easily track the progress of their ROSCA, view their contributions, and anticipate when they will receive their purchase. Reduce disputes. The transparent nature of blockchain minimizes the potential for all disputes and all transactions will be easily verifiable. Global reach and inclusivity, breaking down barriers. Web3's decentralized nature opens up ROSCAs to a global audience, transcending geographical limitations. Anyone with an internet connection and a digital wallet can participate, regardless of their location or banking status. This is particularly impactful for diasporas. Individuals living abroad can easily participate in ROSCAs with family or community members back home, fostering financial connections and support. The underbanked or underbanking underbanked or unbanked. Web3 ROSCAs will provide access to savings and credit opportunities for those who would lack traditional banking access. Smart contracts for automation and streamlining operation. Smart contracts are self-executing agreements with the terms of the ROSCA directly written into the code. They automate the following processes. Collection of contributions. Funds are automatically deducted from the members' wallets at predetermined intervals, ensuring consistent contributions. Distribution of funds. The lump sum was automatically transferred to the designated group's organizer wallet to allow them to fulfill the group's savings goals. The order of participants is fully randomly determined, eliminating any particular potential for manipulation or favoritism to take place. Enforcement of the rules. The smart contracts can enforce the agreed upon rules of the ROSCA, such as penalties for late contributions, ensuring fairness and accountability. Tokenization of contributions et al., exploring new opportunities. In a Web3-based ROSCA, products and title can be tokenized, meaning they are represented by a digital asset on the blockchain. This opens up possibilities for secondary markets. A secondary market could emerge for trading slice tokens, providing liquidity for participants, and potentially allowing the reallocation of your spot in a group. Decentralized finance, DeFi integration. Participants could potentially use their tokens as collateral for loans or stake them in yield-generating protocols within the DeFi system, possibly allowing trading of your spot within groups. Leveraging DeFi. We will be looking into the mechanics of DeFi collateralization as an option to ensure the group organizes safety and assurance. Financial education and empowerment. Building a better future. Integrating Web3 tools with ROSCA/Slice provides a platform for financial education and empowerment. Decentralized apps, DApps. Participants could access DApps that offer budgeting tools, financial advice, and educational resources to help them make more informed financial decisions. Community building. Web3-based ROSCAs can foster a sense of community and shared learning, with members supporting each other's goals. Challenges and considerations. While the potential is immense, it's important to address the challenges associated with this paradigm shift. Technological literacy. Educating participants about Web3 concepts is going to be essential for ensuring widespread adoption. Regulatory landscape. Navigating the evolving regulatory landscape for cryptocurrencies and DeFi is crucial for ensuring compliance and sustainability. Security risks. Participants need to be aware of the importance of safeguarding their digital assets and private keys. In conclusion, the convergence of ROSCA with Web3 technologies holds the promise of a more inclusive, transparent, and efficient future for savings and providing a much-needed alternative to traditional credit. By leveraging the power of blockchain, smart contracts, and decentralized finance, this innovative model can empower individuals and communities worldwide to achieve their financial goals. Now we're going to take a look at the Slice platform. If you're ready, Carol? You are? Okay.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for that intro, Alex. Let's go through the platform and how does the front end look like at the current stage. Let me just share my screen. What we'll do is ideally I would love to show you the code, but everyone will get bored. So we'll play a little bit of how do I do stuff on Slice with Alex, and we can kind of figure out how can two types of user, group organizers and group participant, use the Slice platform.
Okay, so I'm going to pretend that I am a group organizer putting together a group on the platform. So let's get started with this Slice thing. What's the deal?
Well, I guess starting you need to have your wallet. and then when you have your wallet, you just need to log in. We just use typical Connect wallet type of interface. Everyone should be familiar with it. Because my wallet is already connected to Slice, it will go straight to it. We can also obviously let the user create an account.
Okay, that all looks pretty good. How do I start listing all this product that I've got to shift?
Well, so in order to create listings on Slice, you need to firstly add your products that you want to actually start listing. So in order to do that, you'll navigate to your product subpage, and at which where you can explore all your currently created products, and you can create add a new product. So for purpose of this demo, let's try add a complete solar power system that people can sell. Let's set the price for a value that I just pulled from Amazon, and just select category that the product applies to. We can then add our own fields that kind of will help users to understand what exactly are we talking of selling here. I won't be going into too many details, but let me just get some values in so you can see it easier. And again, this can be quite customizable. You can put whatever kind of value you want, as well as you can add a bit more such information such as images. So let's see some images. Obviously, it went the wrong way. So one photo. Let's add the second photo. Okay, simple as that. You just added the product to list of all your products on the Slice platform under your wallet.
Okay, that seems simple enough. What sort of options can I offer the people wanting to buy my goods?
Yeah, so in order to kind of start offering your goods to the users, Slice enforces you to create a group. You can only offer your products as a group. So in order to do so, we'll kind of go into typical group creation section. You just navigate to groups. You can see all your groups added in the past. I will come back to that in a second, but then let's try to add the groups. Let's just call this solar panel complete power system, and then you select the product that you have. So again, the products are under your wallet. So in here we added this product recently, so you can use that. In the duration, you said how often do you want to make users pay the installments? That's it, 2 weekly, and we can set maximum size of 48. Why 48? That gives us basically a participant size of 96. Simple as we are giving away 2 items at the single rolls. There is quite some mechanics that I won't be kind of going through on the demo, but I can talk a little bit more about later to do so. As we just created a product, we now can add a description of that group. Again, open text, I'll just paste one of the description I had written. We allow users to select with list of some predefined countries, place that they have legal jurisdiction to offer their services. For obviously the MENA people, we all know compiling contracts take ages. Our contracts are compiled directly during creation of the group because each group is its own contract. That's why we have a wonderful game of rock, paper, scissors here that helps you kill the time. Ideally, I wanted snake. We might add snake later, but again, it's just a time filler. Hopefully, we will be able to improve that speed and maybe do better cache. We do everything in web workers that I will definitely mention a few things about. And this way, we just compile the contracts, and now we'll be proving transactions, proving the transaction, and submit that to the network. Let's maybe wait to ensure that I can show you how to kind of create a group. and then we can work on the other groups as we want that I created before. Just confirming the transaction to go through. I saw some questions, but maybe I'll answer the questions regarding this after the demo. So waiting for the Lightnet to include our transaction in the block. Hopefully that will happen sooner than later. But we never know.
But you've still got to beat the computer rocks, paper, scissors. Yeah, so come on.
Well, I'm not great at it, clearly. There has to be, we need to adjust the edge. Oh, that's nice. And obviously taking ages.
Always does in a demo.
Lightnet is being tricked today. Come on.
Didn't take this long earlier.
Still in my mempool, so I'll put a jump in the second. And here we go. Okay. Cool. We just added a group of our solar panels.
Okay, and that's where I would keep track of all the things that I'm offering, right?
Yep. So you can go to group, you can go to homepage. As a group organizer, you'll see all the groups that you have created in the past. And then you can basically view them. If I close that. We store all the data is stored on Pinata, on IPFS. So all the actual information you see here is stored on the centralized storage. So we don't use any centralized storage solutions on the whole platform.
Excellent. That makes me feel a bit safer. Yeah, I think that's good enough. I think you've given me a good show round. I shall take off my group organizer hat and put on my user hat.
Change wallet then.
Yes, please change to my wallet because I'm now a different person.
Cool. Yeah, I've changed wallet. So you can see some of the groups that are listed.
Okay.
Anything that
yeah, so okay. So how do is it easy to sign into this?
Yeah. Well, let's try to see one of the groups. Let's look at this EV. Can you hear me? I think my headphones are dying. Yeah, my headphones are dying. Old school cables. Can you hear me now?
You can't beat old school cables. It's the way forward.
Nice. Well, so
Okay.
we've been on the group. Yes. So you want to join that group?
Yeah. Well, the MG4 was what I was after. So how do I go about joining a group?
Well, you can take a look a little bit more into the product details to see
really?
what
Okay.
this car is. There's just nice gallery here, allowing you to kind of see the images a bit more, and some value and properties that the group organizer put up on the item itself. If you decide to join,
there is a very nicely placed join group button that you're allowed to click. Maybe for the case of not again waiting, having awkward silence, we will go through the flow as you already joined the group.
Okay.
So let me kind of show you. Well, maybe I can.
Well, how would I go about making a payment once I join this group?
Sure. Well, let's. I wonder if we should wait or we should duplicate. Maybe that'll happen in the background. Let's see. Some more YOLOing during a live demo, always good. Yeah, it is. So let's see at the group that I have joined before. And maybe during that time, we'll compile a contract here and come on. So let's see the big group that I've joined before. As you can see that I've joined group. I'm within this group here. You can see the members count. Obviously, we disable kind of limits for filling all the group and for the demo purposes, so we don't have to have 96 wallets and wait literally an hour in order to do it. In which where after you can see all your payments. If I think doing 2-in-1s might not be the best idea, so I'll just close that. Yeah, experimenting doing live demos is not the best idea. Yeah, and here you can see all the payments that you have made with the transaction ID and the amount. I have a payment details here showing you how much installment there are left, how many payments were made so far. And in order for you to pay your monthly installment, again, the limits are taken down for the demo. You can click pay. If you would like to make overpayment, you can increase the amount of payments that you do. And for you to make a payment, it's as simple as click pay. And again, we can go through the compilation and of all link, but that might take quite some time.
Okay, well, let's not wait for that then. Okay, so I know how to make a payment. Is there any way of communicating with the other participants within the group that I'm in?
Yeah, you can always
anonymously, preferably.
Well, you can do it anonymously, or you can use your wallet address because that's all we're using here.
Okay.
You can interact with the posts that are created by the other members. You can post comments and do such things.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. Again, all the payments of the user will be visible here. So those payments are the payments. Still loading the contract, so now payment didn't load, obviously. So if I hit refresh, will be visible here. Again, we are logged in as a user. Oh, my MacBook is struggling. Yeah, and you can see all the payments made here. And then for the group organizer, if we quickly switch, if they go into offer details, they can see all the payments that have been made to the group by the members of this group. Yep, at the bottom of the user key that specifies the payment. Cool.
I think that's about it. Do you want to take the question before you go into our reflections, or do you want to go into the reflections?
Let's, I guess, answer the question first.
Okay.
And then
he wants to know if what happens if someone gets the product, what's mitigating them from not making any more payment.
Yeah, very, very fair question. It's something that we need to mitigate kind of more on the business side. So the idea would be that the seller is actually not transferring the ownership of the product to the monthly winner, let's call him. but the product is leased to him / rented until the whole group is actually fully paid off, at which point the kind of ownership transfer fully happens. So here is like kind of idea of like dealerships that have those potential have those kind of legal structures allowing them to rent the product and offer such a service. We hopefully will be providing some aid to those organizers that want to do it. Or there will be legal measures, because at the end of the day, it's a physical item, and we mainly gonna be for now targeting digital physical items that require a physical kind of collection. So at the end of the day, you kind of, when it comes to stuff like solar panels, when it comes to stuff like cars, you have to collect it. There is a kind of legal government requirement of you to having to have those title and ownership transferred. So yeah, so that's there, I guess.
It's exactly the same as lease purchasing a car. If you don't make your payments, it gets repossessed, or so there are ways of with under legal recourse to get back the product.
Yeah, cool. We have 2 minutes, so let me run through reflections that kind of I have, and I kind of wanted to mention to generally about the project and Mina. So I would say 2 main reflection: business and technical. Let's maybe start with the technical. I think the main thing is that our smart contracts support way more than our front end, and that's something that got us bugging, and that's something that around later second month we kind of got quite problems which we totally underestimated the time it takes to integrate the smart contracts to the UI. I have been allocating my time mainly to smart contract on the start, and then at some point I was like, okay, let's get integration going, and then meant to kind of come back to smart contracts to finish off. But that integration, that creating of linking all of that stuff, became such a different developer experience that I have expected. It put us back quite some time, and kind of stretched our expected kind of timelines. Due to which we haven't showcased you all the functionality of the smart contracts that we have on the front end, and those are quite different. So to mention some of them that we have, and then obviously you can see that in the contracts repository. First of all, which is kind of one of the main points we kind of always wanted to use Mina, was using ZK identity. So we do have integrated ID mask proofs for proof of unique humanness. So in order to join some of the groups, group organizer will be able to create the groups and specify are those group guided by ID mask proof. If so, then joining the group, the smart contract method will be guarded by the valid ID mask proof. We haven't showcased you the bidding system of our solution. As I've mentioned, the idea is that one of the items every month is being given us a lot within the lottery system, while the second works on the bidding. The bidding works in the way that every single month everyone is allowed to bid extra amount of payments, and that second item is raffled to the one that kind of had to the highest bidder. That improves this system and makes it so that the groups can close faster, making the most unlucky guy being able to get item sooner. Escrow withdrawal, so the tokens withdrawal by organizers, due to the fact that we are using token contracts to interact with other token contracts, we found out about some limitation of how having to create an escrow contract, because we cannot simply transfer tokens from token contract to a token contract. So there's some, but again, we found some workaround. We have, maybe you have noted, but the timestamp was not in the payment. We have a global slot right now to use the payment. The timestamp are currently backed with Mina, so that's just a small one. And then one of the biggest problems that we had faced with, well, not the biggest problem, but one of the kind of one that we kind of got quite a bit annoyed with during the development was the VRF usage. So we have been kind of left hanging with our VRF. team building it instead of kind of honestly telling us that it's not going to be ready every single week or every 2 weeks. We're kind of saying, oh, it's going to be 1 week away. So we have started exploring our own ways to implement, but we haven't had chance to properly implement it, as we kind of were hoping, the next week we will be there. So that's kind of the main technical ones. And then I think the main that nice kind of closely off is kind of the business reflections that I can kind of share. Well, I feel we built proof of concept before actually get business. So that's something that not many projects / teams can say, that they kind of have something working before they even have a full working business. Mostly it's actually the other way around. You have a landing page and the email form to take a user, but you don't have a product yet. So we're kind of happy, and it's all thanks to Mina. So we'll be able to build it. So we're very grateful for that. But this project and generally this idea requires a lot of kind of ground troops in order to onboard businesses and users. So kind of we started creating a business pipeline that kind of allows us to now, after we have POC, we're kind of going to polish it, and we'll kind of start be offering it as kind of a demo. And we need to start onboarding businesses and allow kind of users to kind of see the full potential of how it's been. It's all been a great journey of figuring the team, building this product. We found out about some great people within our team. We also found some people that weren't maybe the best, and it kind of at the end, I think we all came out stronger after those 3 months. And I guess that there is always the question when mainnet. Well, as you clearly see, there is a lot of stuff that need to be finished. But not only that, I think with some, with just catching up on the front end, there are a few important bits that I think we need to get. There need to be done in some ways that enable this product to kind of works best. One of the main thing is stablecoin. So what we've created is we created a token contract, and we kind of have our own token stablecoin, but obviously it's not legit stablecoin, so we depend on using that. Improved UX, so ideally, that all will be faster, so we might look at some different solutions there. And VRF, as we've been trying to discussing. Alex also in the beginning mentioned DeFi and RWAs, but that's a topic for another conversation, I guess. Cool. Yeah, sorry for running over, Yasin. You have your hand up.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks. I can start with questions. So just correct me if I'm not right, but from my understanding, your main blockers for mainnet right now is the token standard and the stable coins plus the random verifier, right?
Yeah, again, VRF, we have kind of mocked solution that we can use some of the network stats to have somehow random enough values. But when it comes to the stablecoin, ideally, if we have a working stablecoin like USDC on Mina, that would kind of literally open this product to fully work. One of the workarounds we were discussing would be to basically, again, it's going to have to be a legit business. They have to be operating in many places. So one of the things we've been maybe considering is, having a way for people to kind of use their own normal credit cards, debit cards to deposit money per se, and we credit them with some balance that will be our stablecoin. But there's a lot of legal implication there. There's a lot of legwork there. It will definitely not work in every country. So stablecoin is definitely something that will help us. But yeah, it's kind of hard to say when it would come, I guess. So we were considering few of solutions of our own.
Yeah. Mahmoud, as you know, Carol, maybe One Labs is also right now actively helping builders to launch on mainnet. Mahmoud, can you communicate this blockers to your team if viable? Thanks. That was my question. Oh, Gar is here as well. Yeah.
Perfect. Any other questions?
No questions. I do have a comment. I just wanted to say congrats on the naming. The naming and the branding's really good touch. They're connected, and also I like the story that you told at the beginning, Alexander. So yeah, well done.
Thank you. Yeah, we kind of hope to have a bit more marketing pieces by now. We had actually some consultants helping us. We have created some content that we kind of haven't yet fully shared publicly. We shared that obviously in the Milestones submission, but there will be definitely stuff coming from us and more. And as you mentioned, I think we like the kind of idea of telling the story, because each product is its own story, and users using it, it's how it happens. So yeah, thanks for that.
Okay. Is Alexander in charge of telling the story?
Clearly, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
I am the storyteller, yeah.
It shows. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks. I think
Thanks, guys. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, guys.
I'll stop recording now.